This is your boy, Shabooty, from 90 Day Fiancé Fridays. And we just want to say,
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween! 90 Day Fiancé fans. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween! 90 Day Fiancé fans. Happy Halloween. I'm as scared as one of Bilal's wives. When it gets sweaty and no one's looking in his eyes. When Eastman ain't getting a yummy. When Kelly starts to yummy. Shaking like Gino's hat. Scared like he was when she found out that he sent those pictures. And she said, why did you do that? More creeped out than Jibri's parents. Got me screaming like Larissa when she say, my kid is in Brazil. But he's not in Brazil. He's right here. Happy Halloween! 90 Day Fiancé fans. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. 90 Day Fiancé fans. Happy Halloween. From 90 Day Fiancé Fridays.
Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on Halloween. Boo.
Happy Halloween, everyone. All tricks, no treats. No, wait, I said that wrong. All treats, no tricks tonight, right? I think that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome
Gina's
to...
at a Halloween party, I think.
Wait, Gina's not here? She's at a Halloween party? What?
Yeah.
Gina, I'm disappointed in Gina for not being here.
Yeah, Gina. You're supposed to
and have a life when she could be here hanging out with us. Like, wow. I feel a little judged and hurt by that. I feel like she should want to be here with us.
Yeah, I feel like she needs to prioritize us instead of living a life.
I know, right? How dare her go out and have a life of her own?
Mm-hmm.
Insult.
True. Sorry. Let me actually look to my topics list. So let's see. Well, I guess the first topic is Happy Halloween, which I guess we got through that smoothly. Well, before this, it wasn't a topic on the topics list, but have any of the 90 Day Fiancés like Halloween costumes like jumped out to your memory or whatever?
Oh, I haven't been online today. I've had a really crazy day, so I haven't seen all of them yet. So I can't really answer that yet. Have you reposted a lot of them?
I'm trying to think. There's two that I was considering reposting that I just didn't repost for whatever reason. Chloe dressed up as like a pirate. Like
So that's fitting
like
because she fell in love with a pirate. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so she dressed up as like a sexy pirate. And then Stevie, I'm not sure exactly what she dressed up as. It was related to like, I can't even remember, but I think it was just an excuse to show off that she's a POG, P-A-W-G.
I'm unfamiliar with that term. What does that mean?
Actually, I mean, I don't even know if that's fair because the photo, it's not like the photo showed the backside, but nevertheless, a POG is an acronym for fat ass white girl.
Oh, okay. You said Chloe?
No. Stevie.
Oh, Stevie. Oh, I forgot all about her. Stevie.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to look it up.
But when I said POG, it made it seem like she like posted a booty shot, which I'm not saying she did. I'm just saying she posted a photo, but it just reminded you that she's a POG without having to show off her POG asset.
I'm looking at it. The camp. I love the Camp Crystal Lake shirt. Absolutely love. And yeah, you know what? Stevie's looking nice here. I'm okay. Oh, it's a photo. It's a carousel of photos. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, I wasn't able to see a lot of the pictures. I think I saw Miona and her boyfriend's photos, and I think I saw Jabri and his girlfriend's photos, and I think I saw something else. But yeah, I haven't been online a lot today due to the insaneness of my day. But I will be going through and looking at the 90 Day Fiancé cast members' photos for Halloween and see, because we should have like a little contest and we should decide who won, like who had the best contest out of all the cast members. And we can, we can add that as a category for the 90 Day Fiance Fridays Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Best Halloween costume. We can have like a little category for that because we still have to do that, by the way.
Yes, yeah, we just well, it's more work, but yeah, we do need to do that. So
Well, yeah, it's a lot of work, but you
yeah.
know, work is how shit gets done. We got to get it done. I feel like it'll be fun to hand out some fun awards and if we're lucky, Gina can do most of the work, right? If we're lucky, Gina can get everything ready, and then we'll just send Gina $100 gift card to Amazon or something. Like I would hope that she would help a lot. But
Yeah, that sounds fair to me. That's fair. For Christmas, we'll give it to her.
well, yeah, we'll wait and we'll double it. We'll be like, this is for your work on the awards and Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday.
True.
Yeah, and Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Triple dip the gift. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for all of the holidays. Whatever you celebrate, this is for that.
True. This was like I'm going out of order of like my topics, but like so like we found like Greta on like Instagram, and then like I DM'd her and I was like, well, first of all, I said, "Oh my God, we found you," and then she responded the next day and she said, "I must have not hid well enough." And
Oh,
then
she was hiding.
I don't know, but I was hoping she was gonna play ball. By play ball, I mean like, like follow back, repost memes, laugh at shit, be thankful that we're publicizing your Instagram account. And so then I responded to her. I said, like, follow me, I'll be nice. And then she just like ignored it and didn't follow me. So see,
What?
not
That's
really playing
crazy.
ball.
She must have listened to what I've said about her on the podcast. I do come across a little harsh. And I am a cat owner, and I did call her basically the worst possible mother in the world on one of the podcasts because she abandoned her cat. So it could be my fault, right? It could be something that I said. So don't think that maybe it's just because she doesn't like you. It could have been me.
I don't know, but now usually when I like make memes of people, like I was at a there was a fork in the crossroads. It's like, do I make a mean meme or do I make like a nice meme? So we may have to go towards the direction of like a meme goofing on her being a shitty parent.
I mean, she kind of paved the way for that by ignoring your message. Like she kind of made that decision for you. You could have made a nice meme, but she what did my mom used to say? She made her bed, right?
Mhm.
She made her bed. Now she can lay the fuck in it, right? Now you can just drag her ass up and down the street. You know how we give everybody a fair shot, and if they don't take that shot, then we just drag their ass up and down the mud pile.
Yeah, it's not my fault that your storyline is you abandoned your cat.
Well, right. Like that's on you. And if you really loved your cat, you wouldn't have did that. You don't leave cat for dick, right? You just don't do that. You don't leave cat for dick. And if you do, I'm gonna drag you.
Yeah, you don't leave pussy for schlong. What's wrong with you?
Right? What the fuck?
Mhm. So yeah, look for some forthcoming Greta memes. But anyway, that was let me go back to my topics list. Oh yeah, so do you want to talk a little about like you're doing like an event in Hotlanta? Do you want to like talk about it?
Oh yeah. So I announced this week. This has been in the works for a while now. And I couldn't say anything, until we work contracts and stuff out. But I'm gonna be in Hotlanta at the Bravolution. um the history of lingerie event to Bravolution in Atlanta, hosted by Molly Hopkins and Livy Ray Lingerie. As everyone knows, she's from 90 Day Fiance, and as well she's from the TV show Double Divas. And it's gonna be a fun event. I'm gonna do the red carpet at this event and do some interviews and
Chantel's gonna be there, right?
Chantel is the co-host, so it's hosted by Molly and Chantel. And actually, what's her name? Ashley is gonna be there. So I'm gonna ask Ashley about her music career and her movie career. And I'll throw in some shady questions about her working for Sharp. I'll do my Wendy Williams. I'll come across extremely nice and then blindside them with really offensive questions. And I'll try to get as much information as I can for everybody. But this event, it's a ticketed event, guys. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to come hang, there's a link in my bio on all of my social media profiles, and you can get tickets and there's different levels. So like there's VIP tickets where you get to sit with us, like the VIPs, or there's regular tickets, and then there's like front row runway tickets where you can be. Oh, I forgot to mention there's a runway show of beautiful models
Big
modeling.
breasted models, I assume.
Um wait, what?
I said big breasted models.
Well, I think all sizes breasts, but yeah, I think when it comes to double divas, they do specialize in big breasted models. But they're gonna be modeling every aspect of the evolution of lingerie. So they're gonna go back to the 50s, and I don't, there's probably lingerie before the 50s.
Sorry to interrupt you, but be a funny like runway show or whatever, like a bra runway show is like they start with like a A cup and end with like a Z cup.
Oh yeah, like the evolution of the cups. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen like how it's gonna go, but I do know that they're covering all aspects of lingerie and how it's evolved from whenever it started to now. And so yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. If anybody wants to come hang, make sure you get your tickets. If you're in Atlanta, come by, say hi to Chantel and Molly, and there's some people from the Love and Hip Hop TV show that are going to be there. There's a lot of different reality stars, and some music stars will be there as well. So if you want to come mingle, there's from what I heard, there's cocktails and food. I don't know. There are different ticket tiers though, so I don't know if you got to buy a certain ticket to get that. I don't know. I didn't look into that, so don't quote me on anything. But if you want to come, please come say hi, take pictures, and get on the red carpet and come hang with us.
Is like Tim gonna be there?
Actually, I was on TikTok live with Tim last week, and he said that he would like to come, and he's supposed to call me, and he hasn't. So we were supposed to set it up for him to come. So now that you said that, I need to call him and finalize that and see if he's gonna come down. He said that he's close enough that he could drive to Atlanta. So we were supposed to call and make plans. So possibly Tim will be there, possibly Veronica as well, because Tim and Veronica, they usually they show up to things together. So possibly, but I can't say for sure because we were supposed to talk about it and we haven't. So I'm not sure.
I'm curious. I should probably Google it, but I'm curious how far Charlotte is to like Atlanta. So,
Oh, I don't know.
or let me look it up while we're live because I'm curious. Um, Give us a second. That's what happens when we don't have Tina here. And I'm kidding.
Carolina. I never know if it's in North or South, so I had to Google it. Okay, it's 3 hours and 44 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not far because when I told him I was gonna be there, he's like, "Show, whoa!" So I should come, and I was like, "Yeah, you should." I was like, "Book a flight," and he was like, "It's actually driving distance." So he would drive down, and Tim has some nice ass cars, so it's probably fun to put one of those. I think he had a Ferrari or a Lamborghini on one of the episodes, if I remember correctly. Probably fun to put those on the freeway and drive down. So hopefully he'll show up. That's actually my unexpected friend. I really actually like him a lot. So it's kind of crazy. I never would have expected that.
Yeah, your newfound bestie.
Yeah, we get along really, really well. It's crazy, crazy, crazy how I'll be talking shit. But the funny part is, I told this to my other friend. I was like, in order to be my friend, I had to have hated you at one point or talk shit about you at one point. And I go through my friends list and I'm like, wow, I either dislike this person at one point or I talk shit about this person at one point. That's how my friendships work. I've never had a friend that I've always liked. They had to grow on me.
No, yeah, well, what was I gonna say? Fuck. I just had like, when you have like two stories pop in your head at once, you don't know which one. Anyway, that reminds me of like when I was a kid, he ended up being like my best childhood friend is like he was a couple years like younger than me and we were neighborhood friends and then like one day he was like annoying me like outside playing and shit and then I went to his mom and was like, can you tell him to like leave me alone? And then long story long, we ended up being like best friends.
Yo, yeah, that's exactly how it is with me. Literally, I think I told this story to him before, but one of my best friends in high school, he's a doctor now. Actually, he's the plastics doc in Cali. We were best friends. Literally did everything together, and we were playing volleyball one time, and he spiked the ball on me, and the ball hit me in the head, and I got up and I punched him in the face, and then he punched me back, and we like fist fought. And then another time we were playing floor hockey, and he hit me with the puck. So I hit him with the hockey stick. We like physically fought all the time, but literally we're the best friends. I'm the most dysfunctional human being. But it's just funny though because we got along well, but in any given situation, we would punch each other in the face. It was like super toxic.
True. Let's see. Oh, hi, Sherry. I think she joined the live listening.
Hey, Sherry.
So yeah, that reminds. So say again what? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say too. The other story that popped in my head. So yeah, George will be in Atlanta. I'm not gonna be at any kind of like public event, but next month I'll be in the town that Ariella is from. So maybe
Oh, that's Princeton. Princeton.
yeah. So maybe even though like she's not really like I don't know if I should be. Anyway, she's not necessarily like a fan favorite, but maybe I should see what she's up to.
Oh, I mean, you could. I'm not a fan, but you know, Princeton is a really nice town. It's a really beautiful town, actually. I've been there. It's nice and classy. So,
You know where I'm gonna go though is like, well, you know how not even necessarily that it's like an amazing place or anything, but like you know when you see a restaurant or something on 90 Day Fiance and you're all like excited to go there. So anyway, there's this like pancake place that was featured on 90 Day Fiance, so I'm gonna go there while I'm in town.
who went? Who was the cast member?
I assume Ariella. Yeah, I think it was she went.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, who else would be in Princeton,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, I mean, I do. It's kind of like what people do with their favorite show. They go on like the location tour of their favorite show. A lot of people do that. Like they go to where all the Real Housewives would go eat or go have drinks, and they like go on a little location tour. So yeah, I'm down for that. I love to see the filming sites, and especially for movies and shit that are really old.
Mhm.
Really cool to see what the locations look like now.
Yeah, I like to do that in New York City, where like the like all the Marvel TV shows or whatever, like. There was like Jessica Jones and I think Luke Cage, and I think they had filmed a bunch of scenes like I guess it was in the Village or the East Village or something. So I did that where I went to like this little bar. It was a little like kind of like a dive bar, and then I went there and I took some photos. You know where Luke Cage, I think that's his name, where he was like filming as a bartender, and then um and then there was like some chick there, like a regular patron, like a New Yorker. And then I think I like was talking to her or something, and I told her I was like, "Yeah, I came here so I could take a photo because I'm a fan of this like TV show, and they filmed in here." And she's like, "What? You actually came into this shithole to for that or something?" I was like, "Don't be hating on it."
Yeah, don't hate. They film a lot of really cool places in really shitty places. Like I mean a lot of cool shows and movies in shitty places.
Mhm.
Because the location will be a complete hole in the wall, but it will look amazing in the show or the movie. So yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover. You have to go and see what it's like. And some of the best food in the world, I say this all the time, comes from a place that looks like they have rats.
Mhm.
So you can't judge a book by its cover. The best food you ever had will come from a place that looks like it should be shut down by the health department. So don't be judging a book by its cover. Just make sure that you heat the food up to a right temperature before you eat it, just in case.
Yeah, don't. I can't remember if it was this place or something, but like I have this like weird memory of like in the bathroom they just like paint. I can't remember if it was this place or not, but it was like kind of ghetto in the sense of like they'd like repainted the bathroom like all ghetto-y, and they like painted over the mirrors and shit with paint.
What?
That's some ghetto shit.
That's ghetto. You don't paint a girl. Wait, didn't you actually go to that one shop that Ashley and Manuel had a scene in?
Yeah. That was in like that was in Manhattan. I actually have
Yeah.
I have the matchbook in front of me. It's called like Madame X.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you and I because I was really interested in knowing if it was like what it was on the show or did they stage it? Because I remember you went in there and I was like, well, tell me if it's the same or they staged it. Was there a lot of people there? Like, I had a million questions.
Like oh yeah, on the show it looked like it had aura or whatever on the show. But like it did, yeah, because like on the show it has this like red. I mean, that part of it is true where it's like it has this like cool kind of red lighting. The whole like place is like red lighting that gives it an atmosphere. Now, I don't know if like I went there like extra early or something, but when I went there, it was like kind of empty and kind of dead inside. And then I think I probably told you the story on the podcast, but I think I said I talked to the bartender. I was like, and then I brought up like 90 Day Fiance, and then they were like, "Oh, are you like I'll name drop, but like, we're not necessarily a fan, but like, what is it, like Johnny Yates? She's like, are you that guy like Yates or something? I'm like, no, fuck no, I'm not him. How dare you insult me?
Whoa, I never knew you got mistaken for him before. That's crazy. Crazy. It's funny because he's not even in this 90-day game anymore. Like he's like, I don't think he's in any game anymore. I never see or hear of him anymore. But yeah, at one point he was very, what do you call it, saturated in
Hmm.
in the world of this, but now it's like he lives on a different planet. I never see or hear of him anymore.
Yeah, so then like I literally just had like one drink, and then when my friends and I left, it was one of those situations. I probably mentioned this on our podcast, but it was a situation. It's like it was empty, and as soon as we like get up, leave, and like go up the stairs to leave the place, all of a sudden like a gaggle of like women come are like going in as we're leaving, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, I mean, you could always just go back in, right? Like you could always just go
We
back in.
could, but it's kind of like I don't know. At that point, it's like awkward. Oh yeah, let me turn back around because some chicks walked in.
Well, yeah. Like, why else would you go there? Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, I would just turn around and go back in. Like, I have no issue with that.
True. Well, anyways, that was my Madam X story. Um, Now let me look back to my topics list. Okay, I'm just going through like in the order of how I wrote them, so it's not really like it's not in like chronological or whatever. So anyway, there was it's not a 90-day thing, but there was the Huda thing that happened, which is like Huda Mustafa, right? From like Love Island.
Yeah, Huda Mustafa is, you know, she is who she is. But there's this humongous dramified situation where if I'm not, I wish Gina was here. Gina's so much better with this because she's super intuitive with anything Love Island. And usually I miss key points. But basically, I'm pretty sure she was on in TikTok Live with her boyfriend. I don't remember his name. He's not from Love Island. I know that. And they were letting people randomly call them, which horrible idea. Literally the worst thing that you could possibly do while they were live. And they answer the phone and someone says in like a little high-pitched voice, Olandria, and then
Mm,
proceeds to call her a horrific racial slur.
mhm.
Which I have to say, Huda cannot control what people do. She can't control the actions of others. The only thing that she can do is control her actions. And her reaction to the person saying Alandria's name and then a horrific racial slur was to laugh hysterically.
Mhm.
So and this it was a lot of backlash because they were like, how is that funny? Like that's not funny. And then she wrote a statement saying, oh, well, I didn't hear anything that the person said. And I was like, well, usually when someone is saying something to me and I don't understand it or I don't hear them, I don't just begin laughing hysterically. I usually say, what did you say? Or huh? Or I didn't get that. Or, my reaction is usually not laughing. And, it seems everyone is dropping her as a sponsor. Which
Yeah.
so the one thing that stood out to me, she had something called Huda Beauty through
Mhm.
what is it? Ulta Beauty.
I thought it was Sephora, right?
Sephora, my bad. Sephora. She has something called Huda Beauty through Sephora. And it said that they put out a statement saying they were dropping her. And I was like, isn't the brand named after her?
That's what I thought too, but then I guess Gina corrected us.
So it's not named after her because it's called Huda Beauty.
No, so like that's what I assumed. I assumed like, oh, this is like some brand built for her because she's so popular now. But apparently, based on what Gina said, that no, like there is a beauty brand that is founded by someone named Huda, but it's not her Huda. It's a different Huda. But they happen to like
Oh,
have
so
her endorsed as like a popular reality person. But there's a whole nother like real person named Huda that created the real like makeup
oh.
brand.
Well, that makes more sense because I was like, how does a company drop the person that they're named so it's not her? So what a random coincidence. Like
Mhm.
I've never heard anyone with the name Huda in my life, and now I know there's two of them. Like, so what a random coincidence, right? Because there's two women in the world named Huda. One is on Love Island, one has a successful beauty company. I didn't even know, I never heard that name until I watched Love Island. So that's crazy.
Yeah, now everyone's gonna assume that the Huda Beauty is like Huda herself.
Well, yeah, that was a bad marketing move. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect her to do this. But
Mhm.
yeah, now when like ignorant people like me are gonna be like, oh, don't buy that. That's named after the chick that, says bad racial slurs, but it's not. But
Mhm.
it sounds as though it is because now there's two Hudas in the world, and now they're gonna always have to explain it's not the same one. That's gonna be their next gaggle of work of explaining that she's not the same Huda that is named after that company. So.
Yeah, did you see that one video I sent you of like a TikToker where apparently though you shouldn't like if you're an online content creator, you shouldn't really go at Huda because her fan base are like hardcore. Because that TikToker I sent you, like the Huda fan base, the Huda army got that TikToker's like Twitter deleted, and then they were telling uh people to like report her TikTok account and shit. So like the Huda
Wait. They got the Twitter ban, like deleted
the
off the
person that was
platform?
crying in their TikTok, yeah, they got her like Twitter deleted or some shit.
Wow, that's pretty serious. Like, damn. I mean, a lot of people are questioning why so many people are still supporting her, right?
Mhm.
'Cause in 2025, a lot of people are like, we got to be, less lenient on people that condone that type of behavior or that or whatever. But a lot of the cast members unfollowed her because I was going to ask you about that. Do you think that that's a good look for the cast members to unfollow her, or do you think that, people do make mistakes? Like, because in my opinion, if my friend does something stupid, they're still my friend, right?
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna drop you as my friend because you did something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't like, yeah, I don't want to go down the path of defending Huda too hard, but at the same time, like the context I will add, it was like, first of all, Huda is not the one that said anything, and then also like, it was an awkwardness of like the person that called them, it must have been a kid or something because they sounded like they were like 5 years old. So
I'm
like,
assuming it was an adult, like
doing a kid's
using a
voice.
stupid kitty voice or whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't because what 5-year-old would know who Orlandria was? Because you would have had to have watched Love Island. I'm assuming it was an adult because Love Island isn't necessarily something any kid should be watching or even know how to watch. I
Yeah,
would
well,
assume.
yeah. I mean, it could be somebody making their voice all sound all like higher pitched and shit. But it did like to me like I you whatever. It was awkward because yeah, it sounded like a little kid talking, and then the kid was the one that dropped as Dave Chappelle calls it, the dreaded N word. So that was like the awkwardness of it all. But obviously, I'm not saying whatever. But it was a weird situation. But and it's the problem. The problem for her is like she is like the as far as like endorsements and popularity and name recognition, she's so popular now where it's like you do anything wrong that you have so much to lose. So obviously, in hindsight, she probably wouldn't have even been on like live in the first place.
Well, you can be on live, but you don't let people call your phone and you just answer it blindly and randomly. Like that's asking for trouble. Like when you go on TikTok live, sometimes people will like randomly let people, what do you call it, join their live, like
Mhm.
come on their live, and you have to be really careful because I was watching someone's live and they did literally just this. Somebody joined and then they just started yelling terrible, terrible words and stuff. And it's like you got to be very careful with that. So if you have 4.9 or 5 million followers, you got to be a little smarter on who you let onto your platform. You should be very selective, not just a random person who called the number can just say whatever they want on your platform. You got to be smarter than that.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, she kind of fucked up, but at the same time, it's like with cancel culture and all that shit. Like in like a week or in 2 weeks, like no one's even gonna remember that this
Well,
shit.
yeah, you're only canceled until someone does something worse than you did, and then people don't remember anymore. So,
Yeah.
yeah, she's the topic of cancellation this week. Next week, somebody will do something worse, and
Mhm.
we'll forget about Huda. And well, I don't want to say will. I wasn't worried about it. Like I didn't cancel it. Like I said, I don't cancel people, and I think that when people make mistakes, if we were all perfect, then the world would be a much better place. So, like I said, if Huda was my friend and she did this at the end of the day, she would still be my friend. Because I don't just drop my friends when they make a mistake. You know how many times my friends have done stupid shit? They're still my friend at the end of the day. I don't doesn't mean I condone their behavior. It doesn't mean that I think they're right. But at the end of the day, as long as they apologize and they're sorry, then I'm not gonna drop my friend. I'm a ride or die, right? Like I tell my friends all the time, I was like, if I catch you with a knife standing over a corpse, you're still my friend. You shouldn't have did it, You shouldn't have did it, but you still my friend. So it is what it is.
Well, yeah, a friend will help you move, but a best, no, this is saying, it's like, okay, a friend will help you move, but a best, hold on, let me say it again one more time. Sorry. A friend will help you move, but a best friend will help you move a body.
Exactly. I'm that ride or die friend, right? Like, call me at 3 a.m. And if you need my help, I don't ask any questions, right? Because we are friends. And at the end of the day, that's not going to change no matter what you do. I ride or die for my people. They're my friends are my family. And
Mhm. Sherry, like, Sherry liked that joke. Anyway.
yeah, just a friend will help you move a couch, but a bestie will help you bury a body. You just have to, the difference between the two.
Hmm. Sure. So that's the Huda thing. I feel like and I know like Gina wanted to have, she had like she's like, I'm going to send you a full statement to read, but we could always bring up a subject again when Gina's here.
Yeah, she's much better at this. She does way more research on stuff than I do, so she definitely knows, how to explain it better. Like I'm like the person that reads the cliff notes when I was in college, right? So I wouldn't read any of the books. I would just get the cliff notes. That's me. Gina's the person that would read the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was the person that would read the cliff notes. So I would always want Gina on my, when they would break up in the groups and was like a team and we had projects, Gina would need to be on my team because she actually did the work. I didn't. So I need Gina to be here because she actually did the work. I don't.
Yeah, all I could say is if they had Chat GPT when I was in school, I would be all over that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. I really didn't read any of the. I mean, I think I read like two or three books. I remember I read Great Expectations. That was like in, oh my God, eighth grade.
Hmm.
I understood zero of it, so I had to go for the Cliff Notes. And then when I realized that I didn't have to read the book, I could just get the Cliff Notes. I was like, oh shit! I was like, okay, well, let's do this because I didn't. I read that whole book and I didn't understand any of it. And then at the end, you had to write an essay or write the shit. And I was like, I don't know how to write about a book I didn't understand. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not read books anymore.
True. All right. So, okay, next topic. Yeah, so we didn't do like the other way recap show. I know you did your podcast, but we didn't do it because I was just it was what was it, like Monday night, and I thought the episode was kind of like uneventful, and I was just like, you know what? I don't have the energy to like squeeze a desert rock and try to get some water out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. You said you were gonna skip Monday. And
Yeah.
I actually was on board because I was like, oh yeah, I'm bored. And I actually had my other co-host had a bunch of shit going on, but I knew that I had the announcement for this event coming up this week. So I was like, nah, I gotta be active this week because I want people to come to my event. So I recorded it anyway, but I didn't want to.
The only interesting thing that like jumped out at me of that show was, well, I'll ask it with a question. So, would you eat kangaroo meat?
No. And see, here's the thing. When I was in school, probably middle school, we took a trip to the zoo, the Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo. No, wait, it was the Baton Rouge zoo. I wasn't in Cleveland yet. And we were allowed to pet a kangaroo. Don't ask me how, because I don't think they let you do that no more. But I pet a kangaroo and it had a Joey in its pouch, and I was like obsessed and in love with kangaroos ever since. So once I'm obsessed with an animal, I love that animal. I can never eat that animal. So there's
Mm.
no chance. And so let me just also say, I thought that kangaroos were sacred because when you think of Australia, you see the kangaroo crossing sign. I thought that they respected
You
kangaroos.
thought they were like the bald eagle or something?
Yeah, you know how you go to India and there's just cows running around and
Yeah.
they'll be in the street and you can't touch the cow because they consider the cow to be like a god. Like
Yeah.
I assumed that they held kangaroos to high standards. I didn't know that you could buy a kangaroo meat in the grocery store. Like this really, they call it TLC, the Learning Channel, for a reason. I learned some shit about Australia because I was like, y'all are over there eating your company, your not your. I don't know if the kangaroo is actually like the country's national animal or
Mm.
whatever. But when you think of Australia, that's the first animal you think of. So the fact that they're over there killing them and eating them, it threw me for a loop.
Yeah, it was news to me. That would be like eating like that would be like having like a Mick koala sandwich or some shit.
Yeah, or like a sloth burger. Like we
Mhm.
would never, right? Like you have to respect, and don't get me wrong, we shouldn't be eating any animals at all, right? Like we probably shouldn't. But there are animals that taste really good. So I'm not gonna hate. But like that's crazy. Eating a kangaroo, like they're first of all, I thought that they were endangered. But I don't know a lot of shit. But clearly they're not because they're slaughtering them and killing them and putting them in the grocery store, so they're not in danger. But like in the U.S., we don't have them roaming free. We only have them in the zoo. So I just assume that they would be protecting those over there, but they're not.
Yeah, so that jumped out at me. That was basically like the only tweet I did, and then the other tweet I think I did from that night was it's kind of like because we're such like show insiders now at this point, where it's like when the cliches start like popping up in the show, it kind of jumps out at us. So the cliche from that episode on Monday, whatever, it was like Chloe, where she says, "quote I'm leaving everything I've ever known to come here." And then my tweet was like, if you're wondering why we're so bored with the show, this is a stale producer coached line where the producers want the cast to say how much they've sacrificed for the other person. And like every season, every episode of 90 Day Fiance, they keep having the cast reiterate how much they sacrificed, to be in the relationship or for the other person or to move or whatever. And it just kind of like, yeah, I find it very irksome because I know the behind the scenes that's the producers are trying to drill that home for the audience, but it's like it's so overdone at this point. So I kind of get annoyed at that.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And she didn't really sacrifice anything. Everything that she had is still there waiting for her. So it didn't even work in her situation because her job is sitting there waiting on her when she gets back. Her apartment's sitting there waiting on her when she gets back. Oh wait, does she live with her mom? I don't remember now. I know she worked.
Yeah, she probably lives with her mom.
Yeah, so she didn't actually lose anything. Everything that she lost is still waiting for her to get back. And we already know she's already back. So that was a complete waste of time or whatever. But we did meet what's his name, Johnny's friend, Kaner, I
Mhm.
guess, and we found out that he is like the organizer of the cheating events that they used to have and everything, and she can't stand this guy. But I guess the girl that he cheated on was there, and she was totally fine. She wasn't pissed about it. So I'm assuming that was also a producer created storyline because it's like, why are you more mad than his girlfriend that he physically cheated on? Like, if she's cool, you should
Mhm.
be cool. Like, because he ain't even cheat on you. Y'all ain't even dating. Like, what you mad about? So yeah, I think that her whole storyline is pretty much, producer driven. Oh, and another thing that was interesting to me was Anthony said that he didn't believe in God. That was a little crazy for me too. Like at this point, there's people I know that there are atheists and there's people that don't believe in God, but I was like, if you're a grown ass man who doesn't work, who gets to sit around all day long and not do anything, you don't think that there's a higher power looking out for you? Like how do you not work, not contribute any income, call your wife names, say she's a bad mom, and you don't believe in God? Like, do you have any good characteristics?
Mhm. True.
I
Uh,
thought that was wild. I was like, I'm not saying everybody need to believe, but like, bro, you're living a pretty good life. You think I would assume there's a God because you should be out working.
mhm. True. What was I gonna say? Oh, and then anyway, I don't know if it was like Monday night. I posted something on like my Instagram stories. Well, I took the thing I just read about the whatever the cliche thing. I had posted that on like Instagram stories, then I did like another rant or something on my Instagram stories. And then one of the things I pointed out was like I get annoyed when they're filming like in the daylight and then like in the middle of the conversation it turns to nighttime. And then it was interesting though, like Johnny Johnny from Aruba, he like DM'd me and he was like, "Oh, well that's because." He said that's because Aruba, it's so near the equator that the sun sets really quick there. So that's why I went from like sun to nighttime. So, and while I'm not saying that's an invalid point, but like that happens like in other seasons with other people, and like with Big Mike when he was talking to Natalie in the park, it went from like night to dark in 2 seconds. So it with Gino was talking to Jasmine, and it's daytime and nighttime in the middle of the conversation. So that shit happens everywhere on the show, and it kind of annoys me though.
Well, I just Googled Aruba sunset and
Mm,
I googled, does Aruba sunset happen quickly? And I got an answer through AI and it says no, Aruba sunsets do not happen quickly. It lasts 24 minutes on average. The length of the sunset is actually longer in northern countries because Aruba is farther from the equator. While the entire process from the sun first touching the horizon to being fully gone is 24 minutes, the actual golden hour of the afterglow is even much longer. So whatever he told you was the complete opposite of what happens there.
True. So yeah. Well,
So yeah, everything that I just read is the complete opposite of what he DM'd you. But that doesn't surprise me. He doesn't come across as like a scientist. But it's just funny that he went out of his way to tell you something that was completely false. It's funny when cast members do that.
Mhm. True. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure like that the other way is filmed their tell all as well, by the way.
The other way. Oh, they already filmed it.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Because I don't follow a lot of them, so I didn't see anybody in New York, so I didn't know.
True. I'm gonna say no comment on how I know that.
Also, no information on that. All right. Well, I I didn't know that they filmed it, but again, I don't really talk to anyone from the cast. I mean,
Mhm.
I know Manon, but I think that okay, so I have a question. Was Manon in the studio or was she on the TV?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure she was in the studio.
Was her husband in the studio too? So they were both back in the US?
Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they were both back in the studio for the tell all.
Interesting. Interesting.
Though again, I'm not a that's a I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. So, oh, and one other thing that stood out to me was the stripper Dylan. He also buys and renovates properties. He's also a landlord and he's also a plumber.
Mhm.
So he's got like a shit ton of jobs, which I thought was kind of interesting because I was like, if you were actually a really good stripper, I think all you would have to do is be a stripper, right? Like I know a lot of women that are really good strippers. They don't have several jobs. They don't flip houses. They don't do anything else. They just are a really good stripper, right? So I'm assuming that he's probably not making a lot of money as a stripper because he keep acting like he's broke and he's got like 6 jobs.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I know he's
My observation, right? Because I was like, if you're a plumber, you renovate and flip houses, you are a stripper, you're a landlord, he also rents out houses. I was like, you should have a shit ton of money, right? Like you should have a lot. If you got all these sources of income, you should not be mad that your girlfriend wants to buy a couch, right? Like you should be like, cool, let's go pick out a couch.
true. I don't know, but he's definitely very active on social media. So I will say at least he's more active than Greta.
Well, I think Greta's hiding. I
Mhm.
think she's hiding from people because she knows that, we're gonna come for her, which is well deserved. She abandoned that cat, right? Like she deserves it. So yeah, keep hiding, Greta, because if I find you, it's on and popping.
True. So okay, it is. I don't think there's really anything else. And then like there was no Jenny and Summit that episode. Maybe that's why I was bored too.
Yeah, they weren't on, and I guess Greta went to see a house with Matthew, and he wanted to get a big ass house so they could have kids, and she's like, I don't want no kids. So that was on, and then I guess Manon got drunk and she's gonna start shit with her auntie, and that was like the whole episode.
Mhm. True. Okay, let me go to my topics list. Okay, there was the whole like we kind of went into it a little bit where there was the whole Gino Jasmine divorce news where it's kind of like each side is kind of saying similar things like they weren't able to serve each other, so then Jasmine served, well, I could pull up the post, but she like served it in the newspaper, kind of served him via the newspaper, a public letter.
Yeah, that's not a real thing. You can't serve anyone in the newspaper because there can be no plausible deniability with a serving. So the only way to serve someone is in person, face to face. So
Like, but didn't like didn't Angela do that for Michael though or something?
putting in newspaper?
Like it was a public kind of thing where like, and then Michael didn't realize it until he had like a few days left on the 30 days or something.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember that.
So I think it is a real thing though. Like,
Is it? Let me look it up.
mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I thought in order to serve, because if there's plausible deniability, meaning the person can just say, I didn't get served, I wasn't given that information, and they can prove that, then they were never served.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to look it up because if you can serve somebody just by posting it online, who's to say they actually read it? You know,
Well,
like
I think it might. I don't know, but maybe it's more. This is more in relation to like divorces, maybe. I don't know, or separations versus like a regular lawsuit.
I don't know why when I'm Googling this is I'm saying, can you serve someone divorce papers? And you know how it does like the auto fill in?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to type in newspaper and the first thing that came up was in jail. Okay. All right. So I said, can you serve someone divorce papers in the newspaper?
So, well,
And
the more legal wording is notice of action for publication of dissolution of marriage. But
all right. So all right, let me just read this because I think that's covered in here. You cannot serve someone divorce papers by simply putting an ad in the newspaper. This method, called serving by publication, is the last resort when you cannot locate the person after making a diligent search. To serve by publication, you must file a motion with the court and receive an order allowing it. If the court grants your request, you will need to publish the notice in a designated newspaper for a specific period, often weekly, and file proof of publication with the court. So I guess it's a real thing. It's a legitimate thing if you get it approved by the court.
yeah, because I think like Angela did that as well, and then like Michael didn't know about it, and he only had like a few days to respond when he finally figured it out or something.
I didn't know that. Well, I learn something new every day. So I guess if you can't locate the person, but how does someone know to show up to court if you never told them? Because just and I mean, who the fuck reads the newspaper to know that? Like,
Yeah, it was some random ass like what website slash newspaper thing that is like random as fuck. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good way to notify someone that they need to show up for court. But I guess at the end of the day, you don't really want them to show up because if they don't show up, I think you'll get your motion granted without them, right? I think that's how it works.
Yeah, you'll like you'll default victory or whatever.
Right. So I guess it works in your favor because them not showing up means that whatever stipulation you want the divorce to be, like if you want them to get nothing, if they don't show up, then you get it. So I guess it works in your favor.
Yeah, so I'll read you my like caption, I guess, real quick. It's very like layman's terms, but well, anyway, so then and then obviously at that bottom there's an update. So anyway, this is like the partial thing I initially posted, then I posted an update. So I had said, so this is from my Instagram caption. I said, like, Jasmine is filed for divorce from Gino. This image is a public legal notice from a Florida court. Basically, a newspaper announcement telling Gino that a divorce case has been filed against him by Jasmine. Um, it's from Pinellas County Circuit Court, Family Law Division. Yasmin Del Carmen Palazzolo has filed divorce from Gino. The court couldn't serve Gino in person, so they're notifying him publicly through this published notice, a standard legal procedure. It tells Gino that he's being sued for dissolution of marriage divorce. He must respond in writing within 28 days of the first publication date, which was on September 19th. If he doesn't respond, the court may grant divorce by default. In short, this is official published divorce notice letting Gino know his spouse, Yasmin, filed for divorce in Pinellas County, Florida, and that he must reply or risk losing the case by default. And then I posted an update. I said, update. Gino's team claims that he actually filed for divorce 2 weeks before Jasmine, which they say gives him jurisdiction in Michigan. According to them, Gino filed first in Wayne County, Michigan, and they served Jasmine before she filed her own case in Florida. After that, the process reportedly went back and forth between the two states as each side attempted to serve the other. And I said, stay tuned for more updates. So I think they were both trying to serve each other unsuccessfully for a while. So
But okay, so
I don't
I
know.
have a question. So filing first or serving first? Which one matters? Do you need to file first or do you need to serve the person first in order to get jurisdiction?
I guess since he filed first, he probably gets jurisdiction.
Also, he gets it. Okay. I mean, jurisdiction doesn't mean anything. It just means that your local court is going to take over and not the court of the other person. It doesn't mean that, you have an advantage or anything. It just means that you don't have to get on a plane and go to the court date. The other person does.
Hmm. So yeah, and but I had a theory, and this isn't. I know people people, are dumbass fucking haters. They all assume like Gino, they assume like Gino like spills tea to me, and like, like that's not really how it goes down. And so then I had a theory that's not based on any like tea or anything. This is more of just like a pie in the sky theory by me, where I was like, um, I thought it was like very convenient that this like divorce news like broke on TMZ like the literal week that the divorce episode was like airing on TLC. I thought that was very like convenient. And I know like obviously TLC loves Jasmine, and obviously like they're all I in my opinion, I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if they're all in cahoots of like, hey, like let's keep this show, rolling, let's keep this gravy train rolling. So what would be really good for like publicity wise if we, if you filed for divorce from Jasmine or Jasmine, if you filed for divorce from Gino, like, and have it hit the like DMZ like the literal week that this is airing on the show, like would be perfect for publicity. So like I had a theory. I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if this was all like, like planned in cahoots with the network.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I
Mhm.
mean, they've been working this breakup and divorce for years. Like, I wouldn't put it past them. And Captain was onto something. She was like, I don't think they're really still married. And I mean, it could be a complete scandal, right? It could be all completely calculated and organized. We'll never know how much the network has influenced. How long it took them to get divorced, or if they're divorced, or who's serving who. Like, the network could be influencing all of this. Who knows?
Yeah, and I think the network, they obviously don't want Jasmine deported. They want to keep her on the show. So like, and obviously they'll tell Gino like, "Hey Gino, like play ball with us. Like, we're going to get you on single life, and like, don't actually try to get Jasmine deported because we want to keep her around for us, and then in return we'll keep you around on single life, and we'll all be one happy family in terms of reality TV."
Yeah, I mean, Gino and Jasmine have been dominating the show for a really long time. They've made the network a lot of money. I do think Jasmine is probably at her end of the rope. I think that she's become. I mean, there are some people that are still to this day big fans of her, but I think that at the end of the day, she's at the close end of her reign. I think that no one's really interested in tolerating any of her crap anymore. She's really turned out to be a really selfish, person. And I think a lot of people are really starting to see what she's like. And I think that she's probably at the end of her rope.
Like I feel like I'm not in disagreement, but like until they have like the Jasmine 2.0 lined up, that they're still I don't think they've found a good replacement yet for her mantle of madness, if you will. But like once they find someone that's like a good replacement, they'll definitely like start weaning off of that tit.
Well, as far as I know, she hasn't filmed anything new
Hmm.
after this. I know that Gino has. So they might have already started weaning her off. So
Hmm.
I mean, there's not really much else she could do because she's not single. She can't go on the single life. She's with Matt. She referred to him the other day as her husband, which I think is wild because how do you got two husbands? You already married, so you can't have two husbands. I'm pretty sure in our country you can't have multiple wives and husbands. I think they frown on polygamy around these parts, but I don't know where they would place her, right? Like I don't know where would she go in the franchise from here, because if she was single, she could go on the single life, or if her and Matt were married and then wanted to break up, they could go on the last resort, but she doesn't fit any of those. So I don't know what they would do with her.
I forget who it was. Somebody DM me with that exact point, and I like my response was like, I was like, you have a valid point, but my response is basically like, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like TLC will crowbar her into one of the shows, even if it doesn't make sense with the spirit of
Yeah.
the show.
If they want to make it happen, because look, they put Liz and Big Ed on Happily Ever After. They weren't even married.
Hmm.
So if they want to make it happen, they will make it happen, and they will switch every type of rule or
Hmm.
um, root core for the show. They'll do whatever they want to do at the end of the day. And they have full reign to do what they want. Because when they put Ed and Liz on Happily Ever After, who are two Americans who
Mhm.
were married, and the show is for people that are married. I was like, oh, y'all just do whatever the hell y'all want around here. I was like, because this don't even make sense. They're not even married. I was
And neither of them are like a foreigner or whatever.
right. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, y'all just do whatever the hell y'all want. Y'all don't care what the rules are. Y'all just do whatever you feel like you doing.
Hmm. True. So that was that. And then let me look at my topics real quick. Let's see. Did you see the like tell-all photo I posted for the happily ever after tell-all, like the still shot?
I saw a picture.
Hmm.
Let me check your page. Because they have been posting super short clips from the tell all. Wait, when did you post it? I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. I don't see it.
1 day ago, I think.
I must have passed it. I must have passed it.
Here, I'll D I
I
DM.
see, I see it. I see it. It's sideways. Hold on. Let me flip my computer so I can look at it.
True. It,
Okay. Oh, I was actually, oh my God, that's so funny. I was looking at this photo because I was trying to decipher who everybody was. So this is a good picture. So I see Georgie, Darcy, Libby Andre, Matt, Jasmine, there's Sean, there's Gino, there's Lauren and Alexi, there's Kara and Gurmo, there's Jovi and Yara, and then there's who is that? Who's that? Who's the ones on the end? On the
on which side?
on the right. Is that Tiger Puff and Adnan?
They weren't there in person. Isn't it like Darcy or something?
Oh, it's Florian and Stacy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, because I did see that when it went when the preview went on, and I couldn't figure out who those two were, and I meant to send it to the group chat to
Mhm.
see if y'all knew, but something happened and I forgot. Oh, and the first comment under your post, they're like, "How did they edit out Tiger, Lily, and Adnan?" That is a really good question.
Okay, so yeah, like here, like I know we had talked about this, and then the conclusion of our podcast was, that they're like banned or whatever and all that shit. The only update I have is from an unnamed source. Like I heard there's still a chance that, as far as the tell-all, that they could not. There's still a chance that they're not edited out. That they'll still be on the screen. Tiger Lily and Adnan will still be on the
What do you
tell-all.
mean they'll be on the screen, like, but not talk, or they'll participate? What do you mean by that?
I don't know about that, like that fine of a detail, but the only thing I could say is like I heard there's a chance that they're not edited out of the tell-all. That's all I've heard.
That's not what I heard.
That's what I'm saying. There's conflicting reports, is what I'm trying to
Yeah, so we'll have to confer to the group chat because I don't know. From what I heard, there is absolutely no chance. And I was told that they were stripped. Okay, so they used to use them as the cover for
say.
Happily Ever After on HBO Max, and I was told that they removed them
Hmm.
from even the streaming.
Hmm.
Can't even see them. So yeah, I was told that there's no chance in on this green earth that they would ever be featured on TLC ever again. So I'm
Yeah, I understand that was prior to this episode of this podcast, that was the consensus. And then all I'm saying is there is now, from what I heard, there's now a chance that they're not actually edited out of the tell-all. And again, again, this is another one of those my theories, like pie in the sky theories, not based on any tea, but like, and then I had a pie in the sky theory on my part of like, well, I mean, what if they did try to edit them out of the tell-all, and they realized like it's almost impossible to edit them out without like
well, they edited them out of the season. So what would they? It wouldn't make sense to keep them in the tell-all because we didn't even see.
like I'm just wondering, like, so because obviously before all this shit happened with the social media stuff, that I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure at that point, like the tell-all was already like cut and edited and finalized and done. So like, so the tell-all was like full. I'm pretty sure because all that shit happened like way after they filmed the tell-all, like months later. So the tell-all, in my opinion, was already edited and done. So like for them to go back and re-edit the whole tell-all, and it's like maybe an executive said, "Hey, go re-edit this thing," and the editors were like, "Okay, fine, we'll try to like re-edited it down without them. And then the editors may have, and this is not based on any tea, this is me a theory, pie in the sky theory. The editors could have been like, hey, this is like, I know that's what y'all want, but it's just like not working out how y'all want it. And so can we have to, we may have to just keep them in there as some way. I don't know.
Well, that's not what I heard.
Mm.
No. Okay, we can move on.
Okay, we can move on. My point of even bringing it up is all I want to say is like I know prior to this episode it was 100%. We were all both like 100% they're done. All I'm trying to do now, why I bring it up is saying, at least for my, I'm not trying to change your mind or change the record,
Oh,
but
you can't change my mind because I know something that you don't.
okay.
Like I know something that you don't, and I can't talk about it on here.
Okay. Well, either way, for the sake of an entertaining podcast, I'll change my like percentage. I'm gonna knock it down like 5 percentage points from your 100%. I'm knocking my confidence to like 95%.
Yeah, well, I'm still at 100.
Okay.
So only because there's a piece of information that I have that you don't have yet.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you about it, but there's a piece of information that solidified what I know. So, unfortunately, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I don't know how they managed to do it. Okay, so here's something that somebody did mention to me. They were like, oh, it was a 3-part tell-all, and it was edited. When they edited them out, it went to a 2-part tell-all. That was some of the information that was going around. I don't know how true that is because I was like 3 parts. Where did they get 3 parts of anything from this season? But they were like, it was a lot more footage with them than it was without them. And now, they don't have a lot to work with taking them out. But that scene that they showed, that photo, it didn't look like there was anyone missing from the seating arrangement. So that was what was really interesting to me because I was like, well, if they were actually there, how did they make it look as though nobody is like you would think if they edited them out, they would have had to put like a plant in front of where they were. Like, I don't know how they
Well, no, they were on the screen or whatever.
Who was?
Adnan and Tiger Lily, when they filmed the tell-all, they were on the screen. They weren't there in person.
Why were they on the screen?
I don't know why, but I'm telling you,
Because they live in Texas.
I understand, but I'm telling you, they were on the screen.
So it kind of seems like there was already issues. So maybe they showed up on screen and the issues were they got worse, and the producers were like, you know what, we just won't use you at all. Because if you're gonna be difficult, we just won't use you at all. Like, because why wouldn't you show up? You live in Texas. You could get on a plane and go to the tell-all. You're not in Israel or Egypt, or where is he from? Egypt? I can't remember now.
Jordan or some shit.
Jordan, yeah, Jordan. Like, why weren't you there? Like, it doesn't. So it seems like they were having issues leading up to this because there had to be some sort of altercation as to why they decided they weren't going to be there. There was already some sort of conflict.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. If it went from a 3-part episode tell-all to a 2-part episode tell-all because I edited it out and edited it down, then yeah, that's pretty solid. But anyway, that was that topic.
Well, we are 1 week away from knowing the answer to that question. So we got 1 episode left in 2 days, and then we're going into the tell-all. So yeah, we're like 1 week and 2 days away from knowing the answer to that question, for everybody to see. So we will stick with it, our predictions, and we'll see how it turns out.
I did hear that like Lauren complains to the network a lot about Tiger Lily. I did hear that.
Lauren? Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder why.
Well, it's obvious why, but
Because of their conflicting religious beliefs, I'm assuming.
the conflicting conflict, global conflict, let's just say.
What?
Yeah, because of the conflicting global conflict.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, my next question, do you think that Lauren is the reason why Tiger Lily and Adnan are no longer a part of the season? Do you think Lauren is the reason why? Do you think her in their ear was what pushed them to remove them from the season?
I don't know, but I obviously when Adnan gave them all that ammunition when he posted his little spiel, obviously then what's it called? They sabotage themselves at that point. But yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, once this airs, I'll be able to tell everybody more of like why I know what I know. I just can't say anything right now.
True. Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Sorry, I'm just going to my topics list. Okay. Okay, odds and ends. Did you see this is more of just like a 30-second conversation, but like, did you see Colty doing his karaoke?
I did not. I don't follow Colty.
Yeah.
So where do I find it? I want to see it.
It's on my Instagram where I reposted him and his like girl.
Oh,
So,
I see it. Okay.
karaoke. Did you find it?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking. Hold on. I gotta mute myself.
Okay. Yeah, they were singing like out of tune. So check out that video on my Instagram at shabooty.com if you haven't.
All right, cool. So he's definitely not getting signed to any record label, but I do love that song. I think that's by Three Doors Down. I do love that song. Am I right? Is it Three Doors Down? I might be wrong, but I do love that song.
True. And everyone in the comments are like, Jesus Christ. Well, everyone thought it was like Jess. I'm like, no, that's Jess 2.0.
Yeah, and I gotta watch how I say things because I almost commented. I was like, he all the girls he dates look the same. And I was like, you can't say that. You can't say that. You have to say he has a type.
Hmm.
So I was like, you gotta be careful how you say it. But yeah, his girlfriends, you can mix them up with each other, but it's not because they look like it's because he has a type.
Yeah, and then everyone in the comments were like, "Oh my God, he's wearing a ring. They both have rings on. Are they married or something?" But I need to go. Actually, I need to talk to like Vanessa because, like, as far as I'm aware, they're still married. So he's not even divorced from Vanessa yet. But I need to talk to Vanessa to get an update. But
Really? Because isn't Vanessa like in a full-on relationship with somebody else?
well, a lot of people are in relationships until they get their divorce while they're waiting to get their divorce settled or whatever.
But it's been like a really long time. Like who's stalling it? Because it seems like Vanessa's fully moved on from him. So I'm assuming he's the one stalling it.
Yeah, I think he was probably stalling, and then also I think like she tried to file, and then there's some we talked about this before, but like there was some error in the paperwork, so and then like she has to like refile, and then I think she's annoyed that when she has to refile, she has to whatever like the cost is to file, she has to resubmit, pay that money again to refile it
Oh,
correctly or something.
I see.
So I think she's all annoyed, but. Anyway, I'll have to contact her and get an update. But as far as I understand, they're still not like legally divorced yet. But yeah, they're both. But then anyway, Colty and the new girlfriend in Brazil are wearing rings and stuff. But
Wait, were they in Brazil in that video?
hmm
Oh, he was already over there with the new girl and they're wearing rings. Wow. Because yeah, he can't marry her or apply for a K1 visa until he gets divorced. So that relationship isn't going anywhere until that takes place. I mean, he can still go over there, but he can't bring her over here.
yeah, and then there was like a week or even before this video, like there's some Brazilian like 90 Day Fiance like Instagram account, and they posted like pictures of Colty's like I don't know if it's like Tinder, but like his like dating profile is still like active or something.
What? He's like in a full-on relationship.
Yeah, I don't know, but I didn't repost it because I was like whatever. So anyway, there's that, and then give me a sec. And then I didn't post this on my page, but and I think I DM'd it to you, but did you see like Lily of like Josh and Lily fame? I think she posted some video because she has a new white dude she's with or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I did. And the comments were amazing because people thought for a second that it was Josh's brother.
Mhm.
But I don't think it is. I kept going through the comments, and a lot of people said, no, that's not Josh's brother. But that would have been hilarious and
Mhm.
messy if it was. But he is definitely an American, right? Like, it's definitely a white guy that she's with. So she has a type. and because it's funny because everybody thought Josh was the type he wanted to be with a woman of certain um background, but I think that she is interested in the vanilla guy. So yeah, a lot of people were commenting on that, and I never understood Lily. Like I followed her for a while, and she always was we typed these weird long paragraphs and none of it made sense. Like I never understood anything, so I stopped following her. But yeah, she's in a new relationship with a new guy.
Mhm.
And oh, I have a question. Didn't we have like a discussion over the last month or so where we thought that Lily was in California?
Yeah, we had said that one of my sources said she was in Los Angeles.
So did we ever get any info on that, or no? We still don't know if that's a legit um fact.
Like no, I don't know, but like I DM'd her saying, "So are you in LA?" and she did not respond.
Oh, interesting. I mean, from the video where I was looking, I couldn't tell where they were. Like, remember in the video with the new guy, they were like, it looked like in a park
Mhm.
or whatever. I couldn't tell based on the scene. There wasn't enough scenery in the background for me to make a distinction if she was, of where they were specifically. I couldn't tell anything. But yeah, I know that we were talking about that because you had got that DM and there was all those weird, crazy accusations in there about things. And I think the one that stood out to me was Lily was already here. That
Mhm.
stood out. And now that I know that she's got a new man, I was like, well, maybe she is, but
I think it's I think it's allegedly. I think it's the T was accurate because she got this new white dude. So you ain't gonna find them in China very easily.
well, exactly, exactly. So I was like, maybe she is here, and that's why people saw her here because she does have a new man somewhere in California, and maybe we'll find out some more information on that at some point. She dropped a little seed of tea, but we will have to decipher, what's going on with her.
Mhm. True. So there's that, and then we're buzzing through our topics. Give me a second. Okay, and then okay, I'm gonna text you the link, I guess, but this isn't really like I didn't really find this worthy of like an Instagram post, but someone sent me, I guess like Chloe's mom in Boston, they just sold their house, and I could send you the listing or whatever.
Oh, they sold their house. Was the house featured on the show?
Probably the interiors, but I don't know if that
Okay, okay,
exterior.
okay, okay, okay.
But like anyway, I think it sold for like $1 million, whatever. So I don't know.
I mean, depending on where you live, $1 million house isn't impressive.
But yeah, it's very subjective, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in Michigan, you're doing amazing. But if you live in California or Washington State or New York, your $1 million house is not that great. It just depends on where you are. So, but I think they were in Massachusetts and Boston, right? I think that's where they were.
Yeah, I'll text you the thing, assuming it loads. Huh? I don't know why. Anyway, see if the link that I just texted, um, like see if it loads or something. Anyway, yeah, that's their Boxford, Massachusetts home.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's on 9 acres. It's nice with a 4-car garage with a beautiful pool. This is nice. No, this is nice. I'm not knocking this. Um, 4 bedroom, 3 bath with one partial bath. Ah, I think wow, it has a sunroom.
Mm.
It's funny because it says dining area warmed by a gas stove. That's ironic. Because didn't Chloe say she was completely terrified of a gas stove?
Oh, maybe that's why she's traumatized.
Yeah, so there was a gas stove in her mom's house, so that's probably where that fear started. This gas stove in the it says cherry cabinetry flows into a sunroom slash dining room warmed by a gas stove. So yeah, that's probably where that came from.
Mm. True. Anyway, so yeah.
It's annoying because there's no pictures of the inside. There's just the
Mm.
picture of the aerial photo of the outside. I wanted to see what it looked like on the inside.
True. Um, let's see. So yeah, that's that. I posted the link in Patreon if y'all are really super curious. And then that leads us to strip club reviews.
Oh, are we at the end? Wow, we buzzed through tonight.
Yeah. It wasn't that like eventful of a week, I guess, as far as tea and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. It's been slow. Okay, so I saw a picture. No, I would like I brought this up earlier. I saw a video of Jasmine and Gino in bed together, and they were talking about they were ready for baby number two, and they both had hair.
Mhm.
So was the shaving of the head real? Because they both had a full head of hair in this video, and it was recently posted. I mean, it could be a not recent video.
You mean Jasmine and Matt or what?
Oh shit, did I say Gino? Yeah, Jasmine and Matt. They were laying in the bed, and I think she was talking, and he said something, and she was like, "We're ready for baby number two," and they both had their hair, and I was like, "So did they shave it, or is this video not recent?" So I was just wondering, do you have any information on whether or not they're still bald?
As far as my understanding, yeah, they're still bald.
Oh, okay, so it's real. I was just curious because I saw that video, but I don't know how recent the video was because I don't. Jasmine has me blocked, and I don't follow Matt. But it said we're ready for baby number two, and I was like, well, when did y'all film this? Because y'all both got hair in this video, so I was just curious.
Yeah, like I tweeted about it, but like I was annoyed the other day because like TLC sent like a marketing email about Jasmine shaving her head, and then I tweeted about. Let me see if I can find my tweet real quick. Give me a second. But I was perturbed because I was like, let me see if I can find my tweet. Oh, here it is. I said, well, I'll read you. So TLC sent like a marketing email, and it said the subject line said, "Jasmine shaved her head. See Matt's reaction." And then it goes on to like other topics like TLC family's best Halloween costumes yet, plus last minute Halloween essentials for the spooky obsessed. So anyway, that was like the email subject line and shit. So then I tweeted, I said, Jasmine shaving her head for attention and then putting on a wig the next day isn't worthy of a TV network's marketing email.
It's not. Well, I'm jealous. I don't get marketing emails, so I'm kind of jealous that you get marketing emails. I don't get
Yeah. I think anyone could, I think it's one of those like anyone could subscribe to marketing emails.
subscribe to those. I feel left out, but you're right. Shaving your head to the next morning, put on a wig does not prove anything. It's not. It's
Mhm.
not as brave as they're making it out to be, right?
Yeah. So Gina did send me like strip club reviews where she says, this is Gina talking. She says, so I decided to get some supposed haunted strip clubs.
Oh, this is very fitting for Halloween. So yeah. So do we get like ghost stories in the reviews? That's actually cool. I'm actually excited to hear what people are saying about the haunted strip clubs.
I don't know, but like I think there's like so she sent like two like I think she sent like two batches, so two at least like two different strip clubs in different states and stuff. So
All right, all right. So yeah, I want to hear that because it's like, did like the oldest stripper die and now she's like haunting the
like Gigi Dancer, like
Yeah, like I'm interested in hearing that because we remember the one club where they kept talking about how they had like grandmas dancing. I was like, what if one of the strippers died and now like the old stripper is like haunting the young strippers and shit? Like I would love to hear that.
what if like a ghost, like Gigi Dancer's ghost, like you know, they could like obviously they could like ghosts can go through your body, so the ghost like goes to your body and then they shit in your pants for you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She could, and then people would have unexplained shits they can't explain, and it's all
Your
Gigi.
wife is like, what are these skid marks?
It's Gigi from beyond the grave haunting people's pants. I could see that. I could see it. So,
Okay, so you want to guess like where we're going first or something? So the first place is called Diamond Cabaret.
oh man, there's a diamonds everywhere. Um, but since it's haunted, I'm assuming it's in the Midwest.
Um, I would say west of the Midwest or something.
Um, is it in Kansas?
No, but I assume it's yeah. Anyway, the answer is no.
All right, okay.
You,
Yeah, there was a diamonds cabaret.
you want a hint or something?
Uh, yeah.
Let me think of like a super not obvious hint. Okay, like okay, Okay, the hint is like nuggets.
Oh, Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, I was close. That's literally the state bordering. The Kansas borders Colorado. I was literally close. I figured as much, but I was like, I feel like it's in the Midwest. I think the most Midwest state, like location wise, is Nebraska. Like that's the most Midwest. Well, Nebraska slash Kansas. That's like the middle of America. So I was like you said, I was a little off. It was a little more west.
Like if I would have said like Broncos, would you have known? Would
Yeah,
you guess Colorado?
yes. I
Okay.
know the names of the teams. I just don't watch. Yeah, like I know the names of the teams. I just don't watch sports. Like I don't know how I know the names of the teams specifically. Maybe from college because I did like dabble in sports. But yeah, I know like the names of the teams and where they are. Like I do know that.
Yeah, no, because I didn't, because I was trying to give you like a non-obvious clue because like if I would have said like Gold Rush, you would have known or
No,
something.
I don't know what that means.
Or maybe I should have said the clue was Gold Rush because it's
Yeah, because I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
like the Denver, like that. Do you know why it's called Denver Nuggets?
Um, I'm assuming it has to do with probably not chicken nuggets. So, no, I don't. I don't.
Well, it has to do with the gold rush in the sense of like gold nuggets. That's why everyone moved to Colorado to like try to mine gold or whatever.
Oh, is it? No way. I did not know that. I do know that they're called the Denver Nuggets, though. I do know that. But I did not know that people moved to Colorado to mine gold and they named their team after it. I didn't know that.
Yep, that's why it's called the Gold Rush in Denver Nuggets. And I'll let you now you know you learned something new.
I learn something new every day, right?
Yeah, true. All right, let's see. Ready for the reviews for this place?
So is this place haunted
Uh,
or
oh, let me see.
is it one haunted, one not haunted? Like,
And I think these are both haunted, but okay, so this one, the like primer on it is this strip club has been the focus of paranormal investigations, with one group attempting to communicate with the spirit of a missing dancer named Jennifer Markham.
oh shit, it has like a whole backstory.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
I didn't realize I didn't realize Gina was going to be like, oh, I'm impressed of her thematic strip clubs or reviews.
I know, right? Like I feel like this is very fitting for the Halloween episode. I'm very, very impressed. Gina is doing her job amazingly, even from beyond the pod.
Yeah.
She's not here, but she's doing an amazing job.
True. Yeah, Gina, thank you. Okay, ready for the first review?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. This one, let me take a swig of my wine real quick so I'm all charged up properly. Hold on.
Oh, pineapple. I posted the link to the that house in the Patreon.
True. Okay, the first one review is from Ronnie. It says, "This place used to rock. Now it just sucks. Some of the girls are still great, but for the most part, it's just lame. It used to have guys with cash and class. Now it's full of 21-year-old posers with spinners on their cars. 1 star."
Damn. Okay. Not what I expected for Colorado, but okay.
Okay, this review is from someone that like keeps popping up. Anyway, this was from Fuckery 12, and I feel like we've read his reviews more than one occasion. Okay, so here's Fuckery 12. It says, "This strip club was a major disappointment. I hope that wasn't their starting five they put out there on Sunday. The girls look terrible. I can pull 5 random girls off my block that look better than those girls. Everyone hyped this club up so much that I had to go see it. Some even told me it was the best ever. Those are some strong words. When you say the best ever, I expect to see some Jennifer Lopez asses in there, not Spice Girl lookalikes. The strippers weren't social at all in this place either. Everyone was stuck up for the most part. 2 stars."
Jennifer Lopez as a stripper. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that looks like Jennifer Lopez as a stripper. That's very high expectations.
I think he's more
Colorado.
I think he's more like keyed in on her ass because he said, "I expect to see some Jennifer Lopez asses in there."
I mean, okay. I mean, if I saw a girl in a strip club that had an ass like Jennifer Lopez, I'd try to marry her. Like that because I'm not used to that. I'm not because I like J Lo ass is like the most. You know how they have the BBLs and they're misshapen and look weird. Like J Lo's ass is the correct size. Like other people go way too big. I feel like she's the guide of how big it should be. It shouldn't be any bigger than that.
True. Okay, this one's from Philip. It says, "Wow, all I can say is this place is nothing like it was. Everything has gone down so sorry. Everything has gone so far down it's scary. In the old days, it was all about taking care of the customer. Now it's all about fleecing the customer and wonder why those of us who have money don't come back. 1 star."
Wow.
I still haven't heard any like ghost stories, but anyway, let's keep
Me neither. Yeah.
going. Okay, we haven't even heard of a story of like a roach being like drowned in urine. But anyway, this one's from Matthew Water or Matthew Ader. I don't know. Anyway, it says, I just don't like strip clubs. I realize that after coming here, everyone is gross and mean, especially the men who come here. Everything is expensive, and I just can't handle the dancing for $1 idea. 1 star.
Oh, you just don't like strip clubs. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that review was from a woman, right? Do you feel the same way?
Oh, it sounds like Matthew Ader.
Yeah, it sounded like a man's name, but I don't know. When I was hearing it, I was hearing a woman's voice. I don't know for some reason.
Mhm. Okay, this one is from Nick Strip. It says, Friday night at GABF weekend, and this place is busy, but I'm not sure why. The drinks are expensive as expected, limited seating, and poor to slow service. A few attractive women, but mostly appeared to be the B team at best. Plus, the place seemed to be a little grungy. I'd save any money and just enjoy some good beer at a brewery next time. 2 stars.
Ah, all right.
All right, this one's from Bill. It says, the quality of girls is pathetic. Private dances have no value for customers. The voyeurs they call managers. Let me just read this again. I don't know why my reading's off. The quality of the girls is pathetic. Private dances have no value for customers. The voyeurs they call managers and bouncers should pay customers to do private dances. Cover is a ripoff. There is no service. There are no customers to spend money. Always count your change. 1 star.
Wow. How's your change? That's funny because we had a review back in the day where the person said they paid their tab and they paid with $100 bill, and the person they just took the change like as a tip. So yeah, you gotta count your change.
Yeah, they took the change as a tip, and then like 10 minutes later, they're like, "Do you want to buy another drink or something?"
Yeah, and it was like $30 or something. Yeah, so I guess that is a thing. You gotta count your change around these strip clubs.
Mhm. Okay, this one's from Strip Club 431. It says, "I wish I could give this place less than 1 star, but I can't. So that is period." Oh, speaking of periods, I now have to throw away my favorite white pants thanks to the stripper on her period. 1 star.
Whoa, what? That's crazy. That's wild. But how are you a stripper and you're on your period? Because how do you hide it?
You
Because
like no,
your neck.
we've talked about this, I feel, but like you shove the tampon in and then shove the string in too.
Oh, you're right. We did talk about this because Captain explained it to me. Yeah, you're right. We discussed it because we had a review where the guy said that this tampon string was hanging out. Holy shit. That's crazy. Because I was like, how do you not? I mean, but I guess if it's stuck up in there, I mean, all right, okay, all right.
Fish it out or something.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And if you can't get it out, you'll get toxic shock. But that's a whole nother different Halloween topic.
Yeah, that's a different topic for another time.
Yeah. Okay. This review is from Dish Fisher Dex. It says, "I came with friends and had a decent time until my $1,500 leather jacket got stolen, and no manager or anyone did anything about it. Pretty upset. Ladies, beware and watch out for your things, or they will get stolen." So I guess this is a woman.
Oh, a woman. I don't know. When I heard a $1,500 jacket, I assumed it was a man. Crazy. I mean, I don't. I have a leather jacket. I don't think it costs $1,500. So what kind of jacket are we talking?
Oh no. But there's okay. This review's kind of long. It's from Yan Nard. It says two thumbs down. If you like women who basically beg you for money and look like they're on crack, this is the place for you. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Hold on. This is the place for you. The dancers spend their time telling you their financial problems that sound like lies and constantly hint about how much they need money. Then, after making up their sob stories and trying to get you to drain your bank account on them, they come out and get straight to the point. They offer to leave and have sex with you if the price is right. That was their words. Even offered to have sex without a condom for an extra $100. Extremely not what we went there for. Went there to relax with friends and instead encountered a bunch of ugly street prostitutes who beg you to pay their bills for them. 1 star.
These ugly street prostitutes.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that it's pretty expected that they're begging for money. But I guess if you sit there and tell them like, damn, my rent's due tomorrow. I mean, that is a little annoying because you're like, I'm not in here for that. I'm just here to see tits.
Yeah, I have my own problems. I don't need.
Right. Like, I'm not here to like listen to your problems. Just, dance and I'll put a $20 bill in your G string.
I'm here to forget my problems, bitch. Anyway, this is from Weed Man 420. He says, I will never ever go to this place again. $10 to get in, $27 hookah, last call at 1:45, and only one main stage. My friends and I arrived at 1:50 and saw three females dance on the tiny stage, and they weren't even really dancing. It was terrible. Then we were told to move because they had a reservation that needed our spots. So all of us four people had to cram into a love seat. Wish I could give this place 0 stars, but he gives it 1 star from Weed Man.
Damn, they got moved. That's kind of embarrassing. Like we need to seat somebody more important than you. Like that's kind of embarrassing.
It's interesting. I guess they have hookah there, like hookah or whatever you smoke. So I'm wondering if you're like trying to see strippers, but then there's a bunch of like hookah smoke in the air and stuff.
I didn't know that was still the thing. I didn't realize people still did hookah. I thought that was like over 5 years ago. Like I didn't even realize that. I haven't seen a hookah set up in a long time.
No, I mean I haven't. It's been a while since I've been to a hookah bar, but around me, I feel like there's a decent amount of them. So I feel like still people still do it.
Oh, okay. It's just where I'm at. It's just where I'm at.
Mm. True. Okay. The next review is from Jesse. It says, girls there are beggars, very annoying. Hold on, let's see. The girls there are beggars, very annoying, and had the same girl come up at least 10 times begging for a private dance. I went up for a private dance song was probably 20 seconds long. Clowns the Den in Cheyenne is better than this place. Oh, I guess that's a different club. Clowns Den in Cheyenne is a better place than this place. 1 star.
I mean, I don't know any songs that are 20 seconds long. So I think that the dance was probably longer than 20 seconds. Because I don't even know any song that's 20 seconds. I know back in the day they had a rapper called XXX Tentacion and his songs were like a minute or two.
Mm,
But I don't even think he's alive anymore. Like I'm pretty sure songs are 2 to 3 minutes now. So I don't know what he's talking about. That would be a ringtone. Like that would be a ringtone.
mm. By the way, I think I accidentally like scrolled to the end, and I think we have the final review will be from a special regular reviewer that we were enamored with for a while on this podcast. Um, but we'll save that to the end of this segment. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that was that one. Luke 1 star. It says 20 to park, 20 at the door on a Monday night, and 10 for a beer. 50 before you've had a single dance. Never going back and suggest no one goes there. 1 star. This one is from D Naw Daw. It says, not a female friendly club at all. Also, no poles, just girls rolling around on stage. The service is horrible and the whole vibe is off. Shotgun Willie's is way better for dancers and atmosphere. 1 star. And then this one's from Chris. It says, paid too much money for the saddest, fully clothed, no touch dance of my life. 1 star.
Oh, the saddest one. Damn.
Okay, this is from Steven. It says, be careful. COVID-19 super spreaders work here. That review was from 3 years ago.
Wait, 3 years ago was 2020. Or wait, I can count. No, 2022. Yeah, that was still COVID. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay, ready for the special guest? Do you want to guess who it is? Bye.
I think it's Triple X Beast, right? Like he's the only person that we really were enamored by over the.
Triple X Beast indeed.
How recent is this review? Is he back? Like, is he out of retirement?
Don't get your hopes up. This one is from 2020.
Oh no! I thought he was out of retirement. I thought he was coming back into the strip club connoisseur game. I was getting my hopes up.
I know it's a shame we never like made con. I mean, I DM'd him, but I never heard from him. It's a shame we never like connected with Triple X's. But anyway, here's his review for good old time's sake. A brand new Triple X Beast review. It says, okay, so the girls here were prettier than most other places. The girls here were all fit, but none of them had any booty. One of the girls actually took money out of my pile not meant for her, which made me upset. The song ended. I was looking sideways talking to my friend, and I turned around and she just snatched that money, knowing damn well that it was not for her. I also think it's ridiculous you can't leave and come back. I left my phone charging in my car and I couldn't get it because I would have to pay the $15 cover again. Point plus PTS lets you re-enter, which I'll probably just keep going to. 2 stars.
So there's a no re-entry.
You could re-enter, but you apparently have to pay cover every time you leave, even if you just have to go to your car or something.
They can't get like a stamp from the dollar store and just stamp your hand. Like that's crazy. Like that's wild.
Yeah, no, that's kind of douchey. But okay, that was the last of this strip club. So that we have other batch though.
Yeah, hopefully the other batch has some haunted reviews. I want to hear some haunted stripper stuff. Like what's going on in the haunted strip club.
True. And then okay, the next place is called the Viper Room. I feel like that's a famous. I feel like that's a famous place, the Viper Room.
Yeah, isn't that in LA?
Yeah, it's a famous rock and roll club on Sunset Strip that has a reputation for being haunted. It is notable for being the last place River Phoenix was seen before his death. So,
Yep, I knew it. I remember that. He died right outside the Viper room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just read these. Okay, this is from Aaron. It says, this place needs to be updated badly. The bathrooms are horrendous and unusable. It reeked of vomit and defecation. No one cleans them while this place is open. The place is hot and humid with hardly any ventilation. Sure, this place has history and musicians need a place to perform, but this place needs some care. The management seems to be neglecting the basics. Also, make sure to ask for earbuds for protection. The sound is way above 105 decibels. Save your ears. This place will give you hearing loss. 1 star. Is this? I'm just trying to figure out. Is this even a strip club or is this just like a nightclub or something?
Well, I'm actually looking at the I don't know, Google information on it and they have like a concert venue. But I'm gonna post a picture of the bathroom
Mhm.
in the Patreon because just so everybody can see this because it's like there's like stuff like stuck to the walls and there's like toilet paper on the floor and this is on their website or like on the Google thing. But yeah, it it kind of looks like a nightclub because there's people performing. I don't see a stripper pole.
Mhm. All right. Well, Gina sent these, so let's read them anyway. Andrew says, I always knew this place was probably whack, but it actually sucks beyond my wildest dreams. 1 star. Daniel says, this place is so terrible. It's small, it's dirty, it's sticky. The staff is incredibly rude, and the drinks are way overpriced. I'm glad I experienced this legendary place for sure, but what a letdown it was in the end. There are so many other amazing places in LA that you should visit. This was not really one of them. 1 star. Yeah, I don't know if this is a strip club, but I guess I'll just plow through these. Um, Patterson says, just simply terrible. What a dump. This girl was throwing chewed up gum at the wall next to me, and I told the bouncers, but they did nothing. So I'm sure I ain't got back to her again. I'm telling all my friends who come here not to come anymore, and trust they won't. The staff are very rude. 1 star. Uh,
Mm.
all right, let's see. This is from Tiny Table number 3. It says, whoever is managing the overhyped dumpster fire that is the Viper Room needs to be replaced. Holes in the floor, walls, and booths. Terrible sound mixing unforgivably ruined the sound of good bands. No idea what the set times are. Unprofessional and pretentious GM. Go to the Troubadour Whiskey or Roxy. They actually know what they're doing. 1 star. Um, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why Gina sent these if it's not a strip club, but I guess I'll just keep reading these. Jay says, sorry, I'm giving this place 2 stars. That's being generous. Maybe it's all the hype. I found a hole in the wall, empty bar in need of life. Not the hotspot I've heard about. Service was terrible. The atmosphere was depressing. Alicia says, terrible choice of house music in between sets. I had more fun hanging out in the parking lot. 1 star. This JC says, how is this place still open? There are zero ventilation or airflow. Not even the AC runs, and it's extreme heat inside. They don't even have any plug-in fans. Absolutely horrible venue. They need to renovate or shut down. 2 stars. Let me just see how many more there are. One, two. There's 2 more, so that's cool. Okay. Actually, there's. Oh, we're down to actually we're down to the last review.
Oh, oh, there was nothing haunted. I
There was
want.
nothing haunted, and it wasn't even a strip club. Sorry, Gina. Your Christmas bonus is gonna get knocked down. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was hoping she got us some crazy weird. I saw a stripper dancing, and I went to go tip her, and when I got up to the stage, there was no one on stage. Like I was hoping for some weird, creepy Halloween stuff.
Mhm. All right. Well, last review is from someone with your name.
Oh, it's not me. I've never been to the Viper Room though. So,
George says the young middle-aged lady employee walking around inside was rude. Mind your own business. 2 stars.
oh, okay.
Like that's something you would say. You'd be annoyed.
Does. It does. I'm a very firm believer in minding your own business, and I preach it every day. I tell you, 90% of all altercations started by someone not knowing the proper way to mind their own damn business.
Mhm. So okay, that was that review. So we finished the reviews for tonight and all of our topics, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, and I posted a picture of the Viper Room bathroom in the
Mhm.
Patreon. It has like graffiti on the wall.
Mhm.
And I posted the outside of the Viper Room, and it does look like a hole in the wall. It really, 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 really does. But yeah, I don't know why that was on there because it's not a strip club, but it is pretty famous for someone dying there. So maybe that was the vibe she was going for. So who knows? We'll have to ask Gina next week.
True. So yeah, that was that. Let me just look at our my topics again. Yeah, I think we hit everything. I'm trying to think if there's any other thing I didn't mention. There were, what's weird is like there was a lot. There wasn't like any like there wasn't that much major tea, but there was a lot of like random like small things. Oh, did you see like the Jabri video I posted on my stories? But then he's having his like Bosnian or Serbian friend say like the N word or some shit.
I did not see that.
But it's like,
What?
huh?
What do you mean? So wait,
Oh, so there's like this word. There's a phrase in like, first of all, is it yeah Serbian? I guess there's a phrase in Serbian that's like that sounds like the N word. So then he had his friend like say this phrase that sounds like N word. So then he just like, and then he repeated, and then Jabri like repeated it and started laughing and stuff. So he did like he was like the hardcore version of Huda.
yeah, I was gonna say, did he do it after the Huda thing? Like,
He
cause
did it
that's
after I think, but he didn't give a fuck. No one gives a fuck about Jabri, but
well, yeah, he can't get canceled if people don't know he's still around. So,
dude, no one got no job anyways.
all right. So I didn't see that though. Where did you post it? Was it on your story?
Let me see. It was on my stories, but let me see if it expired or not. Because it's like,
Oh, it might have expired. I was
oh
not.
yeah, it expired, but it was from his. Go to Jabri's page. It's probably still on his like page as a video. Well, but then he also posted like a video of him. He was apparently at Jamie Foxx's Halloween party or some shit.
I did see that. That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't know how he finagled that, but I'm sure Jamie Foxx doesn't know who the fuck he is. Probably.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure Jamie Foxx's party. You could just. I'm assuming you could buy a ticket. Because I
Mhm.
was like, I'm pretty sure Jamie Foxx doesn't know who Jabri is. So I'm assuming if you bought a ticket, you could go. That's just my guess. I could be wrong, but that's what I was assuming.
True. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude is super weird though. Like lately, like Jabri has been really weird. He was always eccentric and different, but like now it's almost like he's strange. Like if you go on his page and see like what he's doing and posting and his persona, like he kind of looks like a video game character in this
Mhm.
one picture that I assume is AI generated where he looks like a Mortal Kombat
Mhm.
player, like with like weird blonde braids and like a necklace that's like 7 inches long. Like he's strange now. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, I can't figure him out, especially like I'm just curious, like there's no like I'm just curious what his bank account is.
Well, he's never worked, but he always seems to have money, or
Mm.
it appears that way because you can't always think that. You know, some people are really good at making things look a certain way on social media, but he's always traveling and doing things, and I don't know, like I have no idea what's going on with him, who's funding his life. Remember back in the day, somebody messaged you and said that a fake Jabri account was
Mm.
like asking for money or something.
Allegedly was
Allegedly. Yeah, we don't know anything about that, but it just makes you wonder, what's going on with this guy?
yeah, he's an odd fellow. I don't know. Have you ever like you ever like DM'd him or anything? Like I mean, have you ever like communicated with him or whatever?
When his season was on, and then after his season ended, we talked a lot. We used to go live together on Instagram a
Mm.
lot, actually. But even then, even like talking to him on a regular basis, I still didn't understand him. He was still a mystery to me. I didn't get him at all. Like Miona and I got Miona a lot more. Like I talked to Miona a lot and I could understand her. Like him, he was always a mystery to me. I could never understand if he was serious or not. Like he was just always very, very um intense
Mm.
and I could never understand like his vibe. I never got him.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like he does a lot of shtick.
I mean, that was the thought. I was like, I wonder if it's all an act, right? Like, and I never could determine if it was or not. He was always on, so when some people act, sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off. He was always on, so I never knew if it was an act or not.
Mm. So yeah,
Bet you Miona would be able to answer those questions though, because if anybody knows anything about him, it's her. And if you really want to know what's really going on with somebody, you ask their ex.
mm,
I would love for her to give a little, like explain Jabri in 3 sentences. I would love to hear her response.
mhm. True. Do you want to talk to Lana before we end it, or what?
Oh, if you want to talk to Lana, we can bring Lana in and see how she's doing. And last week she gave us a fun little Airbnb story, right? Was that last week? No, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
last
it
week.
was. Yeah, it was. It was Sunday. Yeah.
No, it was Friday, right?
Oh, it's Friday. Yeah. So yeah, we got a Airbnb story from Lana, which was it was the piss story actually, right?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. That was very unfortunate for that chick. Oh, she just slapped.
Not to put her business in the street, but she's just messaged us saying she's listening in the shower, so she can't really talk
Yeah,
right now.
no, no phones in there. So yeah, maybe next show we can catch up with Lana and I guess Captain and Gina are out living their best lives tonight. So we'll catch up with them soon too.
True, and yeah. Anyways, that's about it. All I can say is I'm in better spirits this weekend than last weekend because like last weekend, I'm not gonna get into specifics, but I had like you ever have like a work thing that's stressing you out on a Friday and it doesn't get resolved until like a Monday, so your whole weekend's ruined. So I was in like so my weekend last week was trash, but it got resolved on Monday. So this weekend though, I don't have that kind of stressor in my life. So that's a good thing anyway.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Mm.
It's you worry about it and then, there's no resolution because it's a weekend. So, yeah, I hate that. I haven't had any of that lately, but, I'm lucky. I got a flight to catch in a few hours, so I'm gonna get a little bit of sleep and then I'm gonna sleep in the air.
True. And then, yeah, when you're doing obviously, when you're in like Atlanta, you'll be busy, working the red carpet, doing interviews, blah, blah, blah. But my only ask is, you don't, not even with everyone, but just one person, get one person to do like a audio drop or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I meant to do that on the last trip. You have to remind me because when there's alcohol in an open bar, things tend to slip my mind. So you have to stay on me and make sure that I get things done because I have every intention of doing that. And then 3 or 4 drinks in, I forget. So you have to stay on me. There'll be so many people that we can have do that. So make sure you stay on me or show up to the event. Or can keep an eye on me. Sometimes I need to be babysat.
All right, well, yeah, then that should be good. I'm sure there'll be a lot of like content. And yeah, that should be exciting as far as like social media content and stuff, right?
Oh, well, that's not till December. This is a different trip.
True. No, yeah, I just mean like whenever yeah. I mean when you're in Atlanta, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm trying to get some of the crew to come. I put it in the group chat, see if anybody wants to come. So I will see if you guys want to come out and hang. So
True. Well, I'll be in Jersey next month, so which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is considered next month, so well,
oh yeah.
it's past midnight, so I guess we're already in November.
Oh yeah, it's November 1st. Happy November 1st, everybody.
Yeah, so this month I'll be in Jersey for a little bit, but anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work on it. And thanks everybody for listening. And happy Halloween to everybody.
Yeah, happy Halloween, and if you're one of our listeners and you want to send us your costume photo, and we could share it if you're one of our hardcore listeners, of course.
Oh yeah, we'll share your Halloween photo. Send it. Send it to the Patreon. Tell everybody what was happening tonight. I saw Sherry posted that there are fireworks where she is, so I'm interested in knowing where they do fireworks for Halloween because they don't do that here.
Sure. Yeah, Nikki says what she says. She says, "Have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend." Shout out to our live listeners, DayB, Lana, and Nikki, Pineapple Girl, and Sherry. So yeah, hopefully your Halloween was good, and hopefully if you didn't do anything for Halloween and you listen to this podcast live, especially, you were entertained. That's all I can say.
I hope you were. I hope we're working with what we got though, right? We can't make it any more entertaining than it is. We try.
Yeah, it ain't all part of the show. We're grasping at straws with some of these 90-day shows. But anyway,
Yeah, we're working with what we got. We're making something out of nothing.
true. All right, well, I guess I'll do my outro now, which is thank you everybody for listening to 90-Day Fiancé Fridays
On a Friday.
Peace out, everybody.
Start everybody.